So let me see here. We are getting there again. Quickly. Okay. So yeah, good morning. I can see already. Great Monday morning again. So I hope you are excited as I am. Another week where I can assist company owners, entrepreneurs with some tips on how to draft business plans, how to apply for funding, and maybe even some general advice about how to set up a business. Yes, William, Carol, great, hi. So do me a favor, I thought we just do this morning Q&A. So you can ask me anything, and it doesn't matter which funds we are talking about, so that we can get a couple of questions out there. Let me have also a look here on Facebook. I need to do here my Q&A and go live. Great. So I just need to double check if they also can hear me on Facebook. I hope you can hear me in Zoom, and then we can get started. A couple of seconds. Okay, I can see already that there is a Facebook Live on my page. Now I just need to double check if they can also hear me. Let's start. Okay, great. So looks like everything is working. Absolutely excited to be here this morning again. I love our sessions, and I love that I'm able to assist you. So let's see. Carol starts with her first question. Okay. Quickly to Facebook. I'm not too sure if you heard me before. Just I'm answering today all the questions you may have. Doesn't matter if it is regarding funding, business plans, or some general business questions. Okay. Carol wants to know, does one need to be VAT registered? Okay, so number one is in South Africa, you only need to be VAT registered after your sales, your yearly sales is over 1 million rand. As soon as you reach the 1 million rand, you need to be VAT registered. Sometimes it can be of advantage if you are, I'm not sure, voluntary, is this the right word for it, VAT registered. Because when you manufacturing and you buy lots of raw products and you pay the VAT on it, and then you are selling it, you would be able to deduct this VAT and get it back from SARS. So sometimes even if you are under 1 million rand, it can make sense. Here, so that I'm a little bit more in the light. Okay, yes, it's dark here. But if you want to be VAT registered, you need to go to SARS. I would always recommend to use somebody who has done that before, because it's obviously a quite daunting process. You need to have an invoice of minimum 50,000 rand. Otherwise, they will not VAT register you. Yeah, I hope, Carol, this answered your questions. How do we get an importer and exporter license, and do we need to be registered as a company? So number one is, I would always, South Africa is crazy about these company registrations. And if you want to apply for any loans or grants, you need to have a registered entity. Okay, so that means it's not really that expensive. Register a company, and then you need to go to SARS. SARS has in some of the cities customs, and you can do that if you want to, and you are on a budget and you have enough time but not enough money. Go to SARS, register. Okay, it needs to be a customs department. So wherever there's an international airport, they have one. Otherwise, you need to ask somebody and pay them. Yeah. Tibuku. Okay. Now we're dipping deep in here. I like these questions. Tibuku, this is definitely one really, really critical and sometimes a really, really difficult thing to do is, he wants to know what constitutes cost of sales in a funding application for bed and breakfast establishment. There are different options out there how you can approach cost of sales. I personally usually like to do that straightforward. If you offer let's say breakfast in a bed and breakfast, and you are charging 100 Rand for it, you usually should know exactly how much you products you pay for the bread, the butter, the jam, maybe ham and cheese you have on one of these plates if somebody orders breakfast with you. Okay, so maybe altogether is 15 or 20 Rand on this plate, plus also then there is some coffee and tea included. So then you have a direct cost of sales. Okay, I personally, specifically in the beginning, wouldn't feel too comfortable if you now say, okay, there is also some people, they are serving the breakfast, there is somebody in the kitchen who does the scrambled eggs. If you know exactly you are each and every day have 10 people having breakfast there, then you can take the wages and salaries from these people and add them to the cost of sales. But because specifically in the beginning and it goes up and down, you don't know exactly how many people will have breakfast there. So that's why I always recommend have them in your monthly expenses, okay, the costs for the salary and wages, for your electricity, and really whatever you can allocate as direct cost, put that under this direct cost with the cheese and the butter and the bread. Yeah. I also, what is difficult is also to then allocate, I don't know, electricity and water for one night. I would not recommend to do that. I would recommend have that in your monthly expenses, okay? And then just really whatever you can allocate directly. If you offer a piece of soap and each and every of your customers takes this piece of soap, you can add this as your cost of sales. Yeah, but cleaning towels and all these things, I personally wouldn't do that. It is easier if you are a manufacturer and you know each and every day we manufacture 100,000 pieces. So, and now we know exactly all the stuff on the floor in the factory can be allocated, and all the cost will be divided through 100,000. So you know exactly how much wages you pay to produce one unit. Teboho, was that clear for you? Could you follow me what I said? just send me an answer so that I know that this definitely helped. Okay, yes, perfect. Thanks very much. Okay, great. So I've got another question here from Kusana. Would chances of a small business get funding be hampered if one member is under debt review? Okay, so the reality is here in South Africa that lots of people are under debt review. It always depends on what I personally always like to do is I'll have a look at it. I want to know exactly how much is outstanding. Is this person really paying back on a monthly basis? And you know why this is so important? You obviously, somebody proved for some reasons that they don't take repaying a loan very seriously. Okay, this is what the financier sees if somebody is under debt review. We all know that there can be some crazy reasons why, but the financier is not really interested in the story. Okay, they are interested in, okay, so how serious are you repaying the loan? What are you doing? Did you face the music? Did you really said, okay, I'm having here a problem, what can we do here? And are you tackling it? Yeah. If this is now really a big amount and this member is not able to repay it, I personally would recommend take the member out of the CC. Yeah, so just to make sure, because I think even if you have a director who's under debt review, usually you don't even get a loan. Yeah. Okay, so I hope in Kusana that answered questions number 1. Now I'm going to question number 2 here. Businesses in hospitality, specifically canteens and catering, where can they go for funding? You've got different options out there. SEFA, Small Enterprise Finance Agency, would do that, but also the National Empowerment Fund can do that. Absolutely make sure canteens and catering, also for your own safety, that you have some sort of offtake agreements in place. Don't spend a couple of 100,000 rands or even $1 million if it's a canteen, setting everything up and then stuck not being able to repay the loan. You want to know exactly how much money you are making each and every day, and are you able to repay the loan and still earn proper salary. Yeah. I don't like to set up any businesses where you just earn 1, 2, 3,000 rand. This is not a viable and profitable business, and you don't even want to start there. Yeah, you need to earn a couple of thousands of rand. I would even say a minimum 10, maybe even 15 minimum, and it always depends on also how big your business is. So then it needs to definitely go higher. Kusana, please just let me know if this answered your question or if you have any other questions. I'm going back here to Tiboho. Okay, so this previous question about debt review links to what I'm also needing to know. If a company shows that they have made no profits in the last 2 years, would they be considered for funding? Okay, and Kusana is happy, great. Would they be considered for funding by financiers? It always depends on Tiboho. Number 1 is, why would you run a business and you haven't done any profits for 2 years? Then there is already a problem. Because this is a hobby, what you're doing. It's not a business. The question is, of course, why? Maybe this is a business where you're in, where you need to scale it up. If you're talking about your bed and breakfast, then the question is, of course, what is missing? And just getting more money and some capital injection maybe would not sort out your problem. So I don't know this business too well. I would definitely need to go a little bit more into details to figure out, is your costing and pricing not in order? Maybe you don't have enough clients, or your expenses are just too high. Maybe you hire 20 people and you only need 3 in your business. I don't know what's the problem. But there are definitely, first of all, you need to figure out what is your challenge. And if you want then to apply for funding, you need to make sure that you clearly tackle this, and you also make show what impact the additional capital will make in your business, and that you are then profitable. And with profitable, I not only mean, like I said, being able to repay the loan, you also need to have some fun with it. Yeah. I'm just going now to Facebook. Mullen is here. What should someone do if you had a business idea, registration is in order, but funding seems to lack? Reason for that is I don't know. Please let me know what I should do. Okay, Millen, what you are doing to me is, we just had in our company meeting this morning one of these cases. So it is like you're going to the doctor and tell the doctor, I don't know what is really wrong with me, but please help me. So I need to know exactly about your business idea, and if you don't want to share that here, that's fine. Then just please drop me an email, and I will post here on Facebook my email address. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so what I would like, thanks very much, William, for this question, because what I like also to be absolutely clear, there are great business ideas out there, absolutely stunning, but not each and every great business idea is also fundable. Because if you put yourselves in the shoe of an investor, you think you have a couple of million in your bank account, you want to be 100% sure that this person is able to repay the loan. And it doesn't matter if it is from government or some enterprise development funds, they all want to be sure that you can repay the loan. If you can't really prove in your business plan or your business idea, you are at that stage, that you are able to repay the loan and make a proper profit, then maybe this is not a good business idea. Yeah? So a business idea also means that you are able to earn substantial money with it. Everything else makes no sense. Please don't even waste your time. Yeah? And not each and every business idea where you are able to earn substantially means that you need to invest substantially. Yeah? So the newest trend in Germany, and I think that's already for a couple of years now, that people say it's the brain capital. So you need to find clever solutions. Use your expertise and your knowledge, and then maybe pull together a couple of other businesses to set up your business so that you don't need to invest millions. Yeah? It reduces your risk, and it usually, if you find great business partners, it also helps you to go further with your business idea. And still, I need to mention that there too, please, if you look for business partners are like a spouse and a marriage. So you want to be 100% sure that you will fit together and that you're both running in the right direction. Okay, nice. There are a couple of more questions. Oh, I love this. I think I need to do that more often. Okay. Kosana has another question. Using online accounting software like QuickBooks versus using an accountant, which one is better? Kosana, we are using an online software. And in the beginning, we used also Wave apps, and we're still using Wave apps for our invoices. Let me put that here into the comment. Wave apps is a free software, and it's absolutely easy to use. You don't need to have any accounting skills. You need to have a clear understanding of what is happening in your business. And the beauty is with this Wave apps that you know at each and every given time where you are at the moment. You know exactly how many invoices are out. You know exactly who paid. You know each and every day how much money comes in. You're always in control. If you give that to an accountant, you maybe only get the information once a month. And one thing what I learned here about South Africa is that there are not too many accountants out there and not too many qualified accountants out there. Okay. What you definitely need is at the end of the year, you need a tax consultant to help you. Yeah. And of course, if you need to pay VAT and if you need to pay your provisional tax, I would always recommend then to use an accountant. But to be in control, use some QuickBooks or Wave apps or something like this and have the accountant just to balance your accounts. But it always depends on how big you are. Maybe this is something you don't like. Outsource it, but find somebody who's really qualified, who can help you there and make clear that you want to have an update, I don't know, minimum once a month. Yeah. I heard so many stories of people, they are chasing their accountant and they haven't even received anything at the end of the year. Okay, next question. Noreen. I'm running a bed and breakfast at the moment with a conference facility. Would like to expand and buy an extra property and build a small hotel. Will someone be interested in funding such a venture? Lorraine, yes, there are a couple of financiers out there. They would definitely do that. It always also depends on, of course, of your own collateral. You need to also prove that your bed and breakfast with the conference facility is really successful and that you know what you are doing. Then it's usually easy to find somebody to set up a new and finance a new hotel. Yeah, I hope this answered your question. Let me go to Facebook back. Let me see. Is there anything else coming up? Okay, Ivor, do you need a tax clearance certificate? I don't know. It always depends on what you want to do. Is it Ivor or Ivor? Sorry, I don't know. Some funding institutions expect a tax clearance certificate, others don't. It always depends. So having one is definitely not wrong. If you want to apply for any of the grants, you definitely will need to have a tax clearance certificate. And yes, so it doesn't harm if you have one. Yeah. Okay. Let me know if this answered your question so that I know. Okay. So Lorraine is happy with the answer. Anybody else? Now is your chance to ask me anything. about funding, business plan, or running a business? Okay, there's nothing here on Zoom at the moment. Go back to Facebook. Okay, there's also nothing here on Artino Beauty. Are there other government grants except NYDA? There are plenty of other government grants. I'm not even able to go through all of them. What you can do if you want to, big portion of it is on the DTI website. Okay, it is www.dti.gov.za. And then you look on the left-hand side, there are some buttons, and I think there's something with financial assistant. There's also something from the Department of Small Business Development agency available. The easiest way is always, you have my email address there, it's dagmar@fundingconnection.cosa. Tell me what you want to do, and then I'm quickly able to assess your venture and tell you, yes, there is something available. I'm also straightforward, there is nothing available. NYDA usually does small amounts of grants, and it is either way for consultancy or some marketing expenses. They usually don't give you some money. I think they also sometimes invest in equipment or machinery so that you can start. It always depends on the budget if something is available. I hope that helped you. And you know what? I'm personally always think one thing. These grants should be able to help you to grow faster. And I've seen that with businesses I assisted, that they are able to grow faster with these grants. But please don't rely only on these grants. Your chances to fail are just higher. Yeah. Make some plans, and you need to be resourceful. Money is not always the solution. Yeah, raising capital is not always the solution. I just talked on last week to somebody, and they wanted to apply again for a loan. And when I asked her a couple of questions, we figured out that the business is not even profitable at the moment. So applying for some more capital will not make any difference. First, make sure that your business is profitable, then it makes sense to apply for more funds. Yeah. Okay, let me see if there's anything here. No, there's nothing also in Zoom. Okay, so obviously we answered all the questions. I wish you an absolutely successful week. I know what I will do this week, and I'm absolutely excited about that. So if you are a newsletter subscriber, you will get the information maybe next week. Then I can talk about it. Okay. Great, Carol. Yes, I'm enjoying these meetings. Enjoy the week and take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.